Hi people, Punky here. Welcome back to this channel. In this episode, we're talking about incoming changes in World of Tanks. I saw some videos about incoming changes in World of Tanks and about World of Tanks dying. And I think this time, you all feel that when you're joining games and especially after midnight, it is really critical. So little people playing. In contrast to some pastime where when we will play like until server closes in 5 in the morning. So they made these changes on crew 2.0 or something. You can check that on G.Pz's channel. He explained that well, and he, you know, he, he made title on his video like clickbait, in my opinion, because he uh, let us believe, he will criticize wargaming really good, and then in the end he explained what they're trying to do and how they listen public and players and blah 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 community. But you know, I never talked with player who said, you know what, we need to change how crew works, all that perks and skills. I'm too tired of having 10 perks and skills, or even new players saying, "Oh, it is so bad that we can have 10 perks and skills. I would love to have 5 or 6, and I feel really depressed because of perks and skills. You know, I'm in a bad position in compare with some older players. I never said that when I started playing. I said, okay, ooh, look at that! You can have all these perks and skills, and I barely waiting to have some of them and to try them. I know some people have them, and now they're playing this tank. Than other, now they are maybe more competitive than I in this battle, but I will not always play with same dudes and stuff like that. So I don't know who even writes that explanations. They are always the same. We doing this because new guys. Actually, who cares for new guys? They just care for having a lot of people playing and buying things. And then there is story. It is hard to play this game if you don't have money, but still they increasing more and more things that you can buy only for real money. Uh, but I can tell you, I'm not playing with money. I had some donations. I bought maybe 3 or 4 garage slots, and I think I bought once 2 boxes, and that is all, And even that I wouldn't do if I wasn't asked for that to do so, and if I didn't got donation for it. So you can actually play this, especially now when they made this game, so you can buy a slot for silver, for dinners, how I call them. So I don't understand uh, that psychological things that they are doing. Let's make tougher for people who are doing good, so they would play more. Well, maybe that is working for for some folks, but for older folks who are nervous, uh, With regret, I must say that many of my friends, maybe even half of them, don't play this game anymore. And they really enjoy this game and they love this game. But the older folks who play, tiers 2 to 6, and they just want to play that and to be competitive as they are in this game, not how wargaming wants for them to be with all that rigged games and limitations and blah blah blah. So, for example, uh, they introduced for new players that they can immediately start from tier 5, and everybody agrees, okay, that is great thing, why is that a great thing? Because now you have more noobs in tier 5 and above, people who played maybe 2 or even less thousand, a few hundred battles, it is just really bad, furthermore, I barely realize how this crew works, and what I can do and what I cannot, and some things I still don't understand. And I want to, I don't know, a good example now. I will try to find, okay, this one. My crew on ELC, look at that, this is Camo, and here I would like for them to be aligned, and then brothers in arms, but everything is so connected for each other, so you need to pay or have it like this. Why cannot we earn? I will play now. I will talk now about the good things that we can get in this game that are really matter. That really matters, and not this mumbo jumbo. You can have uh, 6 skills and perks, and that will make a game more stable, and new people will love it, and then I will go back on this part that I talked, but to not forget this. Then they say, I already forgot it. Okay, let's talk about this. So why they couldn't make, for a reset or crew that you can earn that for tank, So I don't know if you play enough games, you get one free reset of your crew. Why is that so hard? And then they said, yeah, I remember now what I wanted to say. Sorry for my bad English, but they said, okay, now it is easier to reach the 6 set of perks and skills. Um, well, you could make it easy uh, without that. You could just make it easy. Okay, now you need, I don't know, two 200,000 experience for certain set of skills or perks. So why they didn't just reduce that and let us have 10 skills? I would add even more. I would add 15. Well, maybe not, because then some things would be really powerful. But you can even, you know, set limit for certain things. So, for example, you don't want 10 perks and skills for Burasku, for MX 1357, for um, what is the name of those rocket tanks? Now slipped my mind. What is the name? But you know what I mean, with tanks with rocket boosters. So one with number 176, that making havoc in game. Okay, limit that thing, how many perks and skills can, but why all tanks? Some of tanks with all perks and skills would still be, crap things. For example, let me see. I certainly have one in garage. For example, this artillery SU-14-1, it is crap artillery. Uh, what else? Oh, I have more things. Let's just see. All tier 1 things, of course, but that would be a lot of public then. Um, or that they could start from that. Why they didn't um, make that you can have just three perks or skills on tier 1 and then 4 on tier 2 and then for tier 3 and rest you can have all. It is just stupid, I am not saying it is totally wrong, but it is something that I never heard someone. Okay, I want to have just six perks and skills, and that will solve all problems in of World of Tanks. So what I think is killing this game? This game killing tanks like AMX 1357. Burasku, uh, that fuck, how I forgot the name. 176, heavy tank with rockets. It, especially, when one team has it and the one thing a team don't, So you have you have again problem with MM. But I know they are tired of changing MMs, so what I would suggest to keep this game playful is to remove that actually um, rigged MMs. Whenever you read some raging replays on World of Tanks replays, I never read, okay, I will leave this game because I don't like crew system. But you will hear them saying, I will leave this game because of rigged games. And once I calculated, all things that can be wrong in rigged MM. So, for example, uh, when they have, uh, you would say, equally tanks in both team, but on one side you have so many armor, and that's happening from tier 2 to tier 10. So, for example, they have very bouncy tanks on one side where you cannot just do clutch shots, and hope that one of them will go. You need to stay to aim, and even then, it is the question. So of course that team that has more armor, usually that those are heavy tanks, so they have uh, sometimes more hit points, but we'll get to that. But just just simple look on that team, when you starting game and you see all that bouncy armor, you saying to yourself, okay, it is lost. You don't need to have XVM. You just look at that and you think, okay, this is lost game. And then if they have more heavy tanks, which now doesn't happening a lot, but still happening, and when happens, it is just you know, it is ridiculous how big disadvantage is between two teams. So when you have more heavy tanks, you have more hit points in one team and more bounces and better armor. So usually that team will win if they have, of course, light tanks also and blah blah. Depends from tier, but usually it will do negative impact on the game, on morale of people in team, and on your morale, to say like that, to keep playing this game. And most of those people raging because of that rigged MM, and now new type of rigging. I don't know when that started, but I feel like last 2 years maybe, uh, or a little bit less, but let's say 2 years. You are doing good, you know. Today I go in my where is that Panzer for Panzer 4 F2 that we got for gift, you know. Where is that crap? I cannot find it. Never mind. So I had 13 victories and just maybe 2 or 3 lost games in the tank one night. Tomorrow I have 33% win rate, but it is so common to have just why not 50%? Why not 49, which they say it is average, you know? And I play same tanks, same platoons when I playing in platoon. When not when I playing same equipment, same style, same positions, same everything. And one day, you know, I will do good, and that is just repeatable. So sometimes I can avoid it if you are quick enough to just click on game and then to click out, you know, when he starts calculating uh, But sometimes it will just drop you so fast, so you cannot do that. Um, it is, you know, it is sad. That is, in my opinion, that is turn off for me, you know, and for my friends that are playing with me, and you know, it is something that is bad. So you can improve games, like you said, this game by uh, letting us to actually fix our mistakes. You know, we want this to be a line. You know, let us fix that easy. You know, let us be able to earn those tickets. You know, so we can change that easy and fast with some, you know, work for that, but okay. So next thing that is good to have in this game, why we don't have a black market all the time, you know? And this is something that I wanted to write to Wargaming and maybe to get some credits for that. But why we wouldn't have black market or used tank market, whatever you want to call it, all the time? So, for example, you are not collector, you have T29, you have stock price for it in gold, let's say 300 gold, and you don't want it in garage, and if you sell it, it will just disappear as pixels, what it is. Anyway, those are just pixels. People, when you spend money on this game, be spending money on pixels, but that is often life. Movies, cartoons, video games, blah blah. I mean, those video games that you purchase once. And so, so what would that bring to us? You know, I don't know. Somebody is tired of his T127. I don't have T127. I have some gold, let's say, and he wants to sell that thing, and he cannot sell it for stock price. He needs to sell it for lower price. So he set some price below that, and then I or other people can buy it, or he can set it on auction, and then we can compete who will buy that tank. So we can have chance to buy some of these tanks for less money. Um, and to have them in garage, some tanks that are just gifted tanks or something like that. So bear with me. And wargaming, maybe you would think, okay, that is loss for wargaming, but no, you are buying for gold, you know. And of course, some people have stocks of gold, in their garage, but this would be time limited offers, not sitting there forever. First who buy it for uh, arranged price, he got the thing, and auction to last, really short time. So there would be more chance that those players who don't have a lot of gold buy it again for lower price. And wargaming would get additional money because people would still buy more gold, So happy players, happy wargaming. And then they started selling camos and styles and blah blah blah. So why not? Let's change this ugly tank. I cannot look at it anymore. So why not make more styles, more camo, and sell them for less price, to have much more in offer than we have now, and the price to be lower. So if you buy it even for one tank, but for three seasons, let's just say like that, uh, then it is expensive, even for one tank. But let alone I have a lot of tanks, in garage, and to buy for all of them, at current price, it is bad. But maybe if that is, uh, one beautiful camo or a style, I would say, okay, let's just buy, 200, 300 gold, 500, what is minimum, 500 gold, and let's buy camo for one tank, for all three type of maps. So that would help. Then you can have customizable elements. You see on some styles, you get style entirely arranged, and some things you like, some things you don't like. Why not, selling them as complete style and in parts, and add some more parts. I don't know. Somebody would like to attach a log on this that wood, on this tank. Some would like to attach few sandbags here, or something like that. That would be, you know, very cool thing to have. Or, for example, to ask companies like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, stuff like that, to have decals as signs, like they are 3D, so like they are from metal sheet to look like that, and that you can attach to your tank, and then they have free money from Coca-Cola and Pepsi and Fanta, and people still buy it for some small amount of cash. So that is some things that I have in mind while I was watching that Quickie Babies video that you can watch about Crew 2.0, and how he explained in his title, all the tank is dying, blah blah, or not dying. Then I watched a video from some YouTuber, Kaizo, I don't know how to pronounce that, maybe I didn't, but He was talking more in general, like me, but he also see problems with wargaming. So number of players are going down, but money is going up. So from a peak, which was like over 9 millions, now we have 4.5 millions active players. And from peak of 550 millions income, uh, now they reached suddenly 750. But in time of Corona, when all online games peaked with number of players playing, um, World of Tanks stagnated, or even we can say dropped. So there is problem, and in my opinion, again, problems are tanks that if you have one in enemy team, that team will in 99% win, and those are MX-1357. That they should really consider how they're selling those tanks and how often. Burasku, um still didn't remember first two letters on that tank, like BT or something, 176. And some people mentioning like Scorpion too. Scorpion is OPTD, but also that gun shield. I mean, sides and tank is not very well protected, so Scorpion player need to have in mind that for every small mistake he will pay actually. While in that 176 tank and most of those rocket propelled tanks, you just don't care for your mistakes. Even worse, the bot can play those tanks and still probably either do good, either win for his team. And Borasco, for example, is soft, so it is on that OP list, but at least you can pen that, and if he make mistake, um, he will ruin his game a little bit. But in average and good play, in hands of average and good players, that is just a disaster tank. I mean, disaster for MM and for other players. So they should consider those things. And when I watching that curve of active players, when it started dropping really bad, it is not just appearance of these very strong tanks, and I don't have in mind MX-1357 because he appeared even when we have that map in Odessa. It wasn't named Odessa, don't remember, but you could go and ride your tank on shores of Odessa. So, but some other things happen. We got some really fast light tanks, those wheel tanks. And that is not also main reason. Uh, I mean, that is one of the main reasons, but not only reason. I think it is combination of rig MM. You know, before they thought about how to make MM balanced, and now they think just about psychology. How through psychology we can increase, you know, number of returning players. and they think they will get money, So you will not get money from me because I don't have money, and probably one day I will, stop playing this game too because it's going in a really bad way. And what is wrong, in my opinion, um, next to all those things that I mentioned, these kind of things. So you have this T832, which is 32, and this is not even a bad example. You can still live with something like this. Okay, you just imagine in your head, okay, crew somehow watched Terminator in a time when this tank was in papers, so they decided to paint it like this, and to scare the enemy. This is not the worst example, but some of those tanks and styles, especially, they are just disgusting. With that barrels with horns and colors like in anime movies, cartoons, whatever. You know, some people who play this because they wanted to see how T-34-85 will deal with some isolated Tiger One, and to live for those kind of battles and to play this game because of that. When they see, these kind of things, and again, worse than this, but I think I don't have them in garage. Uh, they will start to quit this game. It is just like, okay, this is too much. I'm too old for this. And you may say, well, probably younger people playing these games, so who cares for old people? So I wouldn't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but for example, in my clan that isn't mine, as that I am founder or something, but they invited me. But in Luch clan, you have a lot of players. I would say, judging to their conversations and stuff like that, that most of players are actually old folks, like me. Uh, Maybe I don't sound like I'm old, but I'm over 40. So, you know, having those real tanks, and trying to aim at them with some crazy tanks, I mean, with some clumsy tanks, it is not easy and it is not good. And then some tanks are not getting love like they should. Some tanks are just terrible, and other tanks are being buffed and nerfed without any need, and without any good plan. For example, wargaming is known on all servers that they will nerf tanks like in three or more areas. And when they buff them, they will buff them in three or more areas. And just there is no need for that. Let's see what is worst thing about one tank, and let's just buff that little bit and see how it goes. And then if we got good feedback, we succeed. If no feedback, still we succeed because it is there. Not so bad, not so good. Nobody's complaining. Nobody even playing, and that is it. So small steps in buffing or nothing. Thanks. And other thing that they could that Kizo, I don't know how he is named, uh, that he mentioned is that we should have more maps and that we should finally got those removed maps reward. And I have one special for this topic maps. And other thing, why would we remove tanks from tier 10? They removed some tanks from tier 10, and then people always seeing same tanks, usually tanks that are either historically very famous, uh, or tanks that are very competitive or close to be strong or even OP. So, so you see tanks with the same always, but why not increase furthermore when they invented so many tanks, by their own, why not add few more tanks in tier 10, even if we need to pull them back from some modern era. I think nobody would be hurt if they would put T-72 tank just in not so historical, accuracy like they tend to do things now. Or to add not maybe 11 tier, 11 tier, but maybe they can call it special tier, for tanks that are even more, you know, strong than those ones, and then they can limit for those tanks, so they can maybe see just tier 10 tanks, and only if you as tier 10 unlock them, meaning only if you play them also. So that is some of things that I was thinking, but some of them are really easy to implement in this game. And probably now when I finish this video, I will remember those things that I actually wanted to say, but never making notes or script for my videos. So probably I forgot a lot of things. And that is that for now, and thank you for your time and for watching this.